From Anshe Sfard Beth El Emeth Congregation, it's time to take 10 minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein.
Welcome to our discussion of everyday miracles. If we look in our Parshat Chayey, we have there the story of the Eved Avraham, the anonymous slave of Avraham. Perhaps it is Eliezer, the well-known and trusted slave of Avraham, Eliezer. There are three ways of looking at Eliezer in our Parsha. One way is as all-around great guy, Eliezer, the real pious person. As a matter of fact, with his words are those which are the Torah dedicates tremendous space to his words. The plan that he had, that if he would find a girl who would give him water and his camels, that would be the girl, and how he went about doing that, and how he told the girl's family what his plan was, and how it came to be. The Torah story is actually told twice. Comes Rashi and quotes Rabbi Acha from the Midrash. Yafeh sichatan shel avdei avot lifnei makom. The chit-chat of even the servants of our forefathers is greater and more beautiful, mitoratan shel banim, more than the Torah that God taught to us, the children of those forefathers. Sharei parsha shel Eliezer kefula b'Torah v'harbe gufei Torah lo nitnu ela b'remizah. The story of Eliezer is told twice, once when it happened, and once when he retells the story to Rivka's family. But when it comes to other parts of the Torah, sometimes we only have one word about a particular law, a particular halakha, and we have to derive the rest of it from Midrash. God loves to talk about the forefathers, and the story of Eliezer, and how Eliezer found that bride is such a beautiful story. The Torah goes out of its way to tell us twice, because the Torah loves this story. In this reading, Rashi's reading of it, Eliezer is this wonderful, pious servant of Avraham who merits to have a big story in the Torah. The opposite view is expressed in the Talmud in two places. Once the Gemara in Tanit Daf Daled Amabet says that in fact there are three people. There are three people who shalu kaloga hogan. They ask for things they should never have asked for. That whoever gives him water and gives his camel water, that's the woman for his master's son. What if it would be afilu shivcha? What if it would be an improper bride who would walk out of the door, who would give him water? It reminds us says the Talmud, of the story of Jephthah, of Yiftach, who landed out having to offer his daughter to God because he made this blanket statement that whoever comes out of my doors I will offer to God. The Gemara in Tanit critical of Eliezer for being too hopeful that the proper girl would be found. And the Gemara in Chulin 95b Tzadi Heyamid Bet says that Kol Nachash She'eno Kenachash Eliezer Eved Avraham Eno Nachash. Anyone who performs a sort of a witchcraft of sorts that's not exactly like Eliezer, that's not really witchcraft. To say that whoever comes out and offers water to me and my camels, that will be the girl. That's a form of witchcraft. It's called nachash. It's prognosticating the future. And that's not something to be done. Tosfot tries to justify what he did. But the simple reading of the Talmud says the Talmud is critical of Eliezer. This is a mistake. This is a person who has a pagan background. And he's dealing with this situation not by praying to God, but by using some pagan form of witchcraft to determine who the right girl is. And then there's a third view I'd like to share with you as well. And that third view is expressed with the word Va'ish mishta'ela. The man was in shock. Macharish, he was silent. Lada, to know. Hayitzliach Hashem darko imlo. Did God help him get to the right place and give him a successful journey or not? This man was in shock. He was told by Avraham, go and find the bride. He says, what if she doesn't want to come? Avraham says, don't worry. He says, go and find. Well, how do I know where it is? What it is? Don't worry about it. You go. I swear to you, everything will be fine. And Eliezer is in shock. How does this work? You just walk and you find the bride? How are you going to get there? And he gets there, and lo and behold, he finds the bride, and she's from the right family. She's related to Avraham. He's amazed. Ha'ish mishta'ela. He's dumbfounded. He's stumped. He can't believe it. What we have here in our story is a story of a man who's not part of the family of Abraham. He may be a servant, but he's not part and parcel of this holy family. He's never been on the inside of the way Avraham's life miraculously unfolds. And when he sees it, he can't believe it. And he can't stop talking. He tells the story over and again. He's so excited because to see how Avraham lives with God and God acts on every aspect of the direction of Avraham's life, this is absolutely amazing. What the Torah is trying to tell us is that maybe on the inside, we may take it for granted. On the inside, we say, well, we have a Torah, we have a tradition that we're the children of Abraham, children of David and Moses and everyone else. And for us, it seems like that mother's milk, that's the way it was. That's the way it is. Comes Eliezer and says, are you out of your mind? Look what you have. This is amazing. I can't believe what you people have. I can't believe the kind of closeness that you have. I can't believe how God acts in your lives. This is absolutely amazing. Eliezer wakes us up from our stupor and reminds us that we are children of Avraham, children who live on a different plane. When you go to the land of Israel, and Jew and Gentile walk into the state of Israel today, they say, wow, this is unbelievable. This is amazing. And we sometimes as Jews forget how amazing it is to be an Eved Avraham, to be the child of Avraham. When you're a child of Avraham, things happen. When you're an Eved Avraham, if you get an inside track, you can see how things happen, and you can see the hand of God in your own life. Let us hope that through this Parsha, we can really deepen our appreciation of what it means to be in the family of Avraham, and what amazing things have happened throughout our history. And hopefully, some of these amazing things will happen in our own lives, and we too will stand ha'ish mishta'ela. We'll sit there in amazement and say, Ashreinu matov chalkenu. How blessed are we, how thankful we should be, how happy we are that we are part of the house of Israel, the Beit Elokei Yaakov, the house of Jacob, where we're able very often to see the hand of God, and with that, to appreciate how God is in our lives, how God continues to guide the children of Avraham. Thank you for joining us today here at the Anshe Sfar Beth El congregation here in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to thank Jason Lefkowitz for making today's presentation possible. And I want to encourage anyone who'd like to ask questions or make comments to email me at rabbijmf@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much.
This has been 10 Minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein.